I hate killing mice. I wanted to live in harmony with them. So whatever house that I would make would have a structure designed around allowing them to exist. And it's always I haven't killed one in a long time now. Get up to go to the bathroom. And there's a mouse in the bathroom. And I can't let him go. So I hit him with a shampoo bottle. One of those little personal sized shampoo bottles. Because one time there was a mouse in my kitchen in Lakewood and I knocked one out. And I figured I could knock him out and take him outside. Well, I think I broke his leg. He gets up, and I have to open the door into him. Just brutal. It's a horrible way to die. His eyes bulging out of his head, bloodshot. And I was just gonna go back to bed. It's 2 a.m., but now I'm just gonna get drunk because I'm depressed about hurting that mouse. And he's just still cleaning his little face. But once they start waking back up, they get quicker again. So I got a stick and I got a trash bag. I'm like, go in the bag. I'll take you outside. Nope. He did not want to go in there. Finally, I just took that little shampoo bottle, put it right on him, and when they die, they get this reflex with their legs, and they try to run, and it's always painful to watch. I have so much respect for mice. They're smart, and innocent. I didn't want to do that tonight. I know there's a mouse in here. But man, I don't even know when I went to bed. It was around sunset, so 7. Woke up at 1. Just wanted to lay in bed and watch something till sunrise. Instead, so I just took him outside. Hopefully, I don't know. He was bleeding out of his. I crushed his heart. Hit him just right. Didn't want to get a knife. I've done that before. It's horrible. They scream when you stab them with a knife. Because sometimes they don't die from mouse traps, which is why I don't like traps. So the only option I had was to pierce its heart with a knife. They make a horrible sound when you do that. One time I couldn't even get it to it, so I had to cut him in half. It's the only way to do it quickly. It wasn't in half, but it was more like I couldn't. No matter. Sometimes mice, they have these weird bodies that you can't get to an organ. They're so malleable. They don't even have bone joints, and so I had to chop into him. God, that was awful. I always bury them to show respect. but I can't let a mouse hurt this place. And I got to figure out how to seal it better so that they can't get in here and they can stay out there where they belong. Because they're cool little animals. They're smart. They're fast. This was a young one. Fairly young. Swore I'd never kill a mouse again. But there's no dignity in it. What would have been a nice night, because it's not as cold as it was during the day, is now turned into a degrading moment of self-loathing. It just wouldn't go in the bag. That's all you had to do. Taking him outside, everything would have been fine. You can't pick them up because they'll bite you. And they got sharp little teeth. Let's see what NASA's doing. 127,000. So they made what, like 13,000 miles? Well, the moon. They slowed down a lot. I don't know, 20, 28, 2,764. I don't know why I'm rounding up. 2,764 miles an hour. 148,000 miles from Earth. So they made it like 27,000, I think. They were at 121 earlier when I last watched. Oh, poor mouse. He's just laying there, blood coming out of his nose. Because when they start doing that thing with their legs, that's when they're dying. It's horrible. I don't think I'll ever get to live in harmony with nature. I just don't have the resources to modify this place to allow them to exist. There was one, I named him Mighty Mouse, because I could not kill him. It's the only mouse I couldn't kill. There were two, actually. But this one was so fast and smart, he would use the other mice, the smaller ones. This one was, he was brown and he had these extended legs. And the other gray mice, he would lure them to the mouse traps, have them activate the mouse trap, and then eat the food. That's how smart he was. I would hunt them in my apartment, and that was the only way. And because I don't like traps, I can't control how the mouse dies. And that means that I had a Red Ryder BB gun at that time. I could shoot, because I tuned the whole action and tuned the rifle, not a rifle, BB gun. I could shoot 15 yards and hit a bottle cap with it. That's how accurate it was. So I'd hunt these mice with it because I could take them down in one shot. And it moved at a BB at 300 feet per second. So You know, it's better than a mouse trap. I didn't like doing it, don't get me wrong, but mice are formidable. They're one of the most difficult animals to hunt until you create a trail for them. And once they have a trail, then they're very predictable. But if they don't have a trail, they're very formidable. They're, they're so fast and smart, and they can hide anywhere. And so, Mighty Mouse, he could dodge my BBs. I would leave one in the chamber so that they couldn't hear it because they would get scared if I took the BB, and I would have to sit still and wait for them to come back around. And then I would, I could hit them in the eye. And normally that would kill him, but there were two mice, that big guy, and he would he would dodge the BBs. Fucking guy. I was so impressed with him. I could not kill him no matter how many times I tried. That I wanted to live trap him. So I made some live traps. And one easy way to do it is with a bag and in a bottle. And so as the bottle falls, they fall with it into the bag. There's another one with using potato chip bags. It's an easy live trap because the oils of the bag from the chips, if you just set it at an angle, they slide in and they can't get out. And they make a loud noise, so you can just go grab the bag and take him outside. But this mouse, I just happened to walk in, and he's in the bathroom. So I didn't have time to learn his trail, his paths, and everything. Anyway, Mighty Mouse. One day I wake up and he's in the toilet, drowned. So I made him a little memorial plaque outside and buried him by a stump. And put it there for him. And another one, I don't know. I hit him like 7 times with a BB. He would not die. It was horrible. I think he was the last one. That one was the last one that I ever hunted with a BB gun because, like, he's just crawling away and just will not die. Hit him in the head, hit him in the heart. And a BB is like getting hit with a cannonball for a human. And for a mouse, it's just 7 times. So I quit doing that and learned how to trap them better, but it's still horrible because the trap crushes their spine and crushes their organs. Even if you do it right. And it's not a quick death, it's painful and slow. They can sometimes the trap isn't strong enough too, and they'll just lay in it. And that's when I had to use a knife on one because it just crushed there. It couldn't move. His spine was broken, but it didn't kill it. I know it sounds silly, but I don't know. People throw them in the trash can. If you can believe that. Found a squirrel thrown in the trash in the dumpster once. Somebody killed a mother squirrel, threw her in the dumpster. I don't know if this uses the microphones for this. I think it does. Here. NASA's just doing NASA things. Astronauts are probably asleep. Oh man. See, like hunting deer or elk is different because they have things you can use their bones, their antlers, their meat, their hide. That's how you show respect to them. Is to use all of the animal as much as possible. But when it comes to mice, it's totally different. You can't use any of them, any bit of them, unless you're gonna feed it to a snake or something. But cat or whatever. Though a lot of mice carry Toxoplasma gondii. I think that's what it's called. Like, there's no reason to be so simple-minded, but at the same time, I can't let him get out. Hate that moment. Makes me feel weak. Makes me feel like I don't belong in the mountains. Because mice are very beneficial. And I think that brown one is a field mouse. That's what they're called. Let's see. Yeah. But he had long legs. Like a chupacabra or something. He was so cool. Yeah, field mouse. Man, he was fast. Because I had a hair trigger on it, a BB gun that I made to just any amount finger pull, it just dropped instantly. It was a locked trigger. And you can't do that with guns because it's way too dangerous. But woodland jumping mouse, that's what it would have been. Yeah. See these just huge long legs. I think that is probably what it was. He was a big guy. There he is. Eastern woodland jumping mouse. Some sort of breed of that. I've never seen one before. Him. And he was cool. I had so much respect for him to be that smart and that fast. And then he ended up dead in the toilet bowl. Like, I woke up and there he was. He didn't deserve to drown. Just like that mouse tonight didn't deserve to be smashed with a shampoo bottle. But he wasn't. Sometimes they palpitate, they get really jittery, they start shaking. He wasn't shaking. So, at least it was just trying to figure out how to get out of its situation. It wasn't really feeling any visual emotions because they will visibly start to shake and stuff. I tried to scare him into the bag, even like a metal pole. He just would not go in there. That's all it took. Yeah. I'll bury him. I usually do it. I'm waiting to see if he's actually dead, if he didn't just get knocked out. If he's still in the bag outside. I bury him right after I kill him. because his hind legs were moving, so he could still be alive. There was one I let go, and Golden, that he had a trapped leg in the trap. I put him in a little container and took him out. They're so resilient. And I mean, if they're gonna, be out there, better let a predator have them. It's no different than what I would want. I don't want my body in a casket. I definitely don't want to be cremated. I'd rather be eaten or consumed by nature. Just the proper way. Yeah, how silly, huh? It's just a mouse, and yet makes you emotional. I think I read a poem once about the first mouse I killed. Started off, I took a life today, the life of the innocent. Hmm. Thanks for not being all here. I need albuterol because I what's going wrong with me entirely, but I can breathe in and I don't feel any air. And if I use it, I can feel air in my lungs. Even though I'm still getting oxygen, I don't feel it, and it's pretty awful. I don't know, man. What to do? Like, I wanted this emotional trauma tonight. I'm gonna kill a mouse with a shampoo bottle? It's always something. If you unmute NASA, that's the sound it makes. Oh boy. Oh, Bulgogi. Naruto nerds want to talk? Oh my gosh. There is a shit ton of them. to do. I've buried every single mouse. Unless it's wintertime when the ground's frozen and you can't. And then I'll just. It's sort of like when we used to go fishing and I would catch a fish. I would just. I wouldn't break their jaw though. I would calculate how to fling them into the air and they would just. They would like frisbee out into the middle of the lake. I wouldn't break their jaw. I made sure of that. And it's all just physics, but I can only imagine same thing as like the cow roller coaster of just this cow that you put on a roller coaster and you don't know whether or not it's like this is the best time of my life and it's just moo. You catch this fish and the fish is like, let me go back to the lake. And you're like, okay, but first I'm gonna do something that you're never gonna experience again. I'm gonna throw you into the lake. Eyes red. You never know. But what if that fish had the best time of its life? You throw a cat, they like to come back to you, and you throw the cat again, it comes right back to you. So I'd take in the wintertime, only two of them I caught in the wintertime last time. Threw them into the field. You know, they still dissolve and become part of nature. And maybe a coyote will come snatch them up. Or whatever else. But I don't do anything to any other species that I don't think I would want somebody to not do to me. Otherwise I'd be like, hey, just throw me somewhere. You know, that's better than nothing. So nothing. It looks red far away. But it's not. Just like take my body and just like chuck it off a cliff. I don't know. Just ragdoll me. I know this sounds gruesome, but I would rather have that than being stuffed into a fucking oven and turned into ash and then handed to somebody like, here's this person you used to love, but they're very much smaller than they used to be. They fit in this nice little jar. It's travel size. I'm gonna go sprinkle their ashes. Well, take my body and just like chuck it somewhere. It's the same fucking thing. It's way funnier. At least you can say that guy was kind of weird. He wanted us to throw him off his like dead body off a cliff. I guess that's like why if you can't bury him when the ground is solid, that's what you have to do. And should probably go bury him. Where's a spoon? I always use spoons or a butter knife or a fork or a screwdriver. Just something that you can dig a little hole. And, you know, it's better than nothing. Better than throwing him in the garbage.